everyone, Soleil here with another video. This is gonna be my April review. I had to think about that. I know you guys are probably just recently seeing my March one. These 2 months was really something. Busy and just really something. I think that's the only way I could really describe it. I definitely have been taking some time to really kind of collect and reflect. Of course, I'm over by the water, as you may see, or just kind of like at a park in a very natural setting. But I can definitely say that it's been a great time to learn and understand more about myself, how I've grown as a person. But before I go too far into that, I just want to say hello to those who are new, and also if you've never seen this before, this is a monthly review video where I review my months by highs, lows, and lessons. So I would definitely appreciate it if you had time to share your highs, lows, and lessons with me. But that's usually what I do month to month, as well as provide a couple songs of what I was listening to throughout the month, just so you kind of have an idea of where I was at in a mental space. It's been a really interesting journey, but I can definitely say leaning more into that unknown space has really come with great rewards, surprisingly. One of the highs, oh my gosh, I thought about that. I did a couple of things. So what I was gonna do, I was upset about it, but it's like me and April just have such a interesting relationship. A lot of change, a lot of different events that definitely allow me the opportunity to grow in ways I never expected. One of them being, why am I struggling to try to remember this month? I didn't do a lot of vlogging throughout my time, which is quite all right, and I'm okay with that because, of course, I'm being more present, which is something that I wanted to do. I want to be able to recall and look over a lot of the things that have been going on just right here in front of me, being able to trust the process and know that things are happening in my favor. And I think one of them being that, taking leaps of faith, of course, the eclipse, being able to experience and witness that was really cool. Okay, so I do actually have video of that. That was really nice to be able to experience totality, to be very dramatic. I listened to to see the skyline of the city just fall dark. It looked really cool. I wish I took pictures of that, but I actually listened to Beyonce's Daughter, and of course the opera part, while it was in totality, was very dramatic. It was quite fitting. But I definitely can say it was a great experience. A lot of people, I was just checking in with friends, and a lot of them were like, it was really cool, it was very emotional for them. But I can say I do like the collective feeling that everyone just felt. I don't know, for a moment it seemed like everybody felt and seemed to be very connected with one another. Everyone was outside with their glasses to see this happening. And I just kind of wish that we could kind of gather together in that sense for things that are happening just solely with our planet instead of having to wait for literally planets to align. I think it would be really great to see a collective unity in that way. That was a really cool experience to think back on and see so many people just out for the same thing. I got to see and meet another high was that I got to see and meet Miss Tabitha Brown along with her husband Chance Brown, and it was so amazing to just really sit there and listen to what they have to say. She is so amazing. She is literally grace lived out loud, and I just love it. She just be dropping truth bombs left and right. Like just the other day, I love School of Greatness. I always give kudos to Lewis Howes. Last year he sent me a book. He is just truly amazing. He recently had her on the show on the School of Greatness, and it's going to be part of one of my lessons, so I'm just adding that later on for reference. I made her reel. Oh my gosh, it was so funny. I was so proud of it. I was I made it on the IG reel. It's real when you make it there. So I just think it was really cool. She was so sweet, and it's just truly amazing to have an opportunity to be in the room with people who are like-minded as you and just encourage you to just be your best self. And I really think the world would be a lot better place if we all just supported each other in being our highest selves, and we would just be ourselves and not really hide behind what mask or what society wants to mask us to be. It's a really interesting concept and thought that I believe is truly possible. You just have to be brave enough to do the work, to go through it, to not be afraid to encounter with criticisms, be told one thing. If you are listening to what's inside of you and what it's telling you, I don't think it's really, I just don't think you can go wrong by that. It's much rewarding. It's just like, there's so many quotes I could say, there's so many things I could go on about, but sure, life is hard, but it's an experience that we all, signed up to do, whether you remember it or not. You have to choose your hard. Don't think that a hard choice was put upon you. You know what I mean? Life can be hard, and there's a lot of moments where it is. But in some cases, you can choose your hard. If it's something that you want to learn how to do, sure, it's going to be hard, but it's something you chose to do, and it can be rewarding. Instead of doing something that doesn't align with what you want to do and you do it for others, say it doesn't go well, it was still hard, and yet you didn't get any fulfillment out of it. And so I really have become more passionate about just doing the things that have become more aligned with me and what I want to do. When it comes to lows, I don't think I really have any, because I feel like there's just so many things that, life can have if it's considered a low or not. I think it just all benefits our highest good. And of course, it may be something you see as perspective. It's not really that it's necessarily bad. I don't know. It's like the peaks and valleys. You can't have the valleys without the peaks, or you can't have, the base of the mountain started with that, so even at the very top of it, there's a reason for all of it, is what I'm trying to say. And easier said than done when it comes to all circumstances. Please don't get me wrong there. Every moment we have while we're alive is just an opportunity to change our thought and how we live it. And the moment we change that thought and how we decide to live it, I think makes all the difference. I just really wish we became more together on a collective sense of how everyone is affected, despite thinking that things are fenced off and that we all have our own backyard to things. It's like we all are connected. We are all part of one entire existence. There's too many people in the world who believe they're not loved, who don't believe that they're enough, who believe that they don't even belong here, and it's heartbreaking, It's certainly far from the truth. I could go on and on about that. I'd probably do that on a live, but it's just a lot of hurt people in the world, and depending on if they're willing to go through the work to really process the reasoning of that, is really huge. I just think we got some work to do, but it's all of our jobs to choose joy in how we live our life, so people who see us by example can choose to live a life of joy as well. I just firmly believe that down to my core, because we choose to live in fear, or we can choose to live a life of joy that fulfills us each day. And because we live that way, people have a choice to either be closer to that because they align with it, or be further away from it because they know that they're living in fear. I feel like this video is just basically going to be my lessons. I feel like I've had highs and lessons. I don't really necessarily have lows. There's moments, of course, sure, where I could say, oh, I didn't expect things to go that way, but I wouldn't say it necessarily was a low. It was more of a surprise. And that's not all bad. It genuinely is not all bad. I just really am amazed at all the beautiful things that can happen if you just change your perspective. And it's just truly amazing. I am in awe. Yeah, this month has just been nothing but that. Just experiences, looking at prompts, looking at different ways to improve myself and how I see things. And I don't know. I think it's just been a fun little journey. I got to just go out and enjoy some things to recall over, friendships and people who have been in my life and who have had, wonderful moments. And I'm truly blessed for that. I've met a lot of amazing people, gotten closer and more acquainted with a lot of people I would say are part of my tribe. And I'm very thankful for that as well. Which I guess leads to another lesson that I have to credit that Mrs. Tabitha Brown, let me put respect on that, I'm sorry. Mrs. Tabitha Brown, she was on the School of Greatness, like I was saying earlier, but she said, the people who are meant to be with you on this journey, the ones you don't have to turn back to get them. And I don't know what I was doing when I heard that, but I stood up straight up, like I looked like a lemur from Lion King. You know how they stand up straight? Like, wait a minute. Like, it was just it rung all the bells in my head. Like, when it was just like the people in your life that are meant to be with you in that moment, you don't have to turn back to get, because they're going to be right there with you. And she said, just in an instant, if you turn around to try to go back to get somebody, it could distract you or steer you off course. And I was just like, like, it was just she had a whole sermon just dropping gems. I highly recommend that. I might even, I'll put that link in the description, because it was really that good. I needed to come by the water today just so I could get myself more fulfilled. I know I've taken a little bit of a break, if you guys have noticed. I guess that could be considered a low, but I believe the timing of it works well for its reasons, because I have a couple of shows lined up. I thought I was going to get to go to one, and the way it's kind of faring out now, I don't think I'm going to be able to make it. And, I guess I had disappointments about it, but I'm just really trusting that there's reasons for it. There's things I have to take care of. And sometimes, you just can't do everything. And I'm just kind of at peace with that, There's plenty of opportunities to travel. There's more things that are coming that are on the brink, which I'm so excited for. Right now, I'm just believing that I am living in my purpose right now, and what it is that is meant for me, the message that I'm meant to share, and the people I'm meant to be around. I just really trust in that right now, and I continue to trust in that. It's been a beautiful journey. It's a journey that I never would have thought I would have went down, but it's a journey that I wouldn't change it for the world, because it was meant for me. And I'm excited. I'm just excited for all the things that are to come for this, or what's to come. And I'm excited to share it with you all when I'm ready to share it. So this is going to be fun. I definitely hope to hear from you guys. I hope this video comes out at a good time, and it's gonna be fine when it does. I was gonna play, okay, that's what it was. I was gonna for April Fool's Day, I was going to, I plan on having my March review done by the last weekend of March, right? That didn't necessarily happen, as you can see. But then I was gonna put like a thumbnail for March. No, I was gonna put the March review there, but I was gonna have an April thumbnail for it, and I was gonna have April Fools. I was gonna switch the thumbnail because I thought that was cute, but I'll just do that next year. And hopefully by the time and when it comes around next year, y'all forget that I said this and everything. Oh, I'm so sad, man. I said, man, what's that pretty little shiny thing in the water? That is a dead fish. Ooh. Oh my gosh. Wow. That's what I was going to do originally, but I said it's okay. I got a couple more things up my sleeve. I got a lot to learn, and of course I'm just working on learning it and practicing it, because you know how editing is. It's a working skill. You continue to work on it and stuff, and that's what I'm going to do. Not giving up on it, but I'm excited. I'm excited for you guys to see my Awesome Con vlog. Get to see my GalaxyCon one. And then I'm excited for you guys to see any video that I put out, because I try to be very intentional with it and make sure you guys can see it and see exactly where I was, you know. I really think that works well. It's been a nice couple of months. I'm excited for what's to come. I'm just really trusting it, and I think with this is what I needed to do. Yeah, I really think this is what I needed to do, because it allows me to feel more in tune. I hadn't done this in a while, so I think just getting back to being in front of the camera and doing this, I think I needed to really just realign back with that, which is fine. I felt displaced, I guess, in that way, creatively, just because I was just playing catch up from week to week to week to week, and it just wasn't working. I'm not worried anymore. You know, I'm just doing more of what aligns with me. If it's too much, it's too much. And not try to do everything and be everything to everybody, because I'm not meant for everyone. So I've come to understand that. To rest and relax. Today was the first day in a long time that my body really felt relaxed and at ease. I could tell that I've just been on the move. It was really just tense, you know. And so it's good. It's time to slow down. It's good to take time to slow down and kind of catch yourself and make sure you take care of you. There's only one you know. So everyone take care of themselves. Make sure you take time like this to really reflect and sit still for a minute and reflect over things. And if it's something that you want to do it. If it's something you're doing that you don't want to do, don't do it. And of course, I mean, there's levels to that depending on what it is exactly. But think about it. Sit down and, you know, talk it over with yourself. Write it down on a piece of paper. Write all of the things, like even if it's just 10 things, like how much you want to do it. And then if you find 3, write it on a different sheet of paper. And write a plan on what you want to do to make sure it comes to life, it comes true. You know, make sure you at least write it down so it can go from being a thought in your mind to something that can be reality, because it's, you know, on paper now. It's actually here in front of you, because it can be done, you know. One of my favorite things I like to think of is even impossible says I'm possible. And I think that's just really cool, because I think it's like universe's way and little cheat code to just say, you know, just trust, because there isn't anything that's really impossible, really. Sure, for us it could be considered impossible, but you know, with God everything is possible. So I'll leave it there. I really hope that this message could bring you either joy, peace, laughter, contentment. I don't know. I hope it brings you something well that allows you to just digest and meditate over your thoughts, or wherever you are, whatever mental space you're in. I hope I could send you off in a better thinking space. So thank you so much for watching. If you could give me a thumbs up, it lets me know that you like videos like this, so I can continue on, because this was a personal project for myself, and I said if it was for anybody, it would be for them. But just let me know. I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.